Hello and welcome. This is a game review for Path of Exile. So, first off, we'll start about what is not the greatest about this game, but can definitely be fixed in the future, hopefully. So, the main thing is something called desync, and they have a few lag problems every now and then. I can't exactly explain how the desync works, but sometimes creatures or you will teleport over to the side or something like the client and server have something different about it. I'm not exactly sure how to explain it. But next is that you'll need a decent PC. So I am running on a overclocked dual core, pretty good dual core, E7500 and a GT430 with 4 gig of dual channel RAM. And I can't even really run shadows on this, so you need a decent PC. If you don't have a dual core, then you probably won't really be able to play it, and you need a decent video card. And another thing that can be fixed, but hasn't been added yet, is there's no guild features. So it's not like World of Warcraft or anything where you can join a guild and talk to people and everything. There's only global and trade chat. But there's a lot of people talking in this global and trade chat, so you can do a lot of trading, talking to people. But there is still ways that you can join in with people and everything. You can group, there's public parties. You have a lot of public parties. There's a lot of players who played this game. So you can definitely find clans, guilds, things like that. I'm currently in one, so I have a few people to play with every now and then. And one thing to note is that this game is in beta, so it's still going to be a while till they completely release the game, so there's still a lot of features to add. So, some great things about this game would be that I found it extremely interesting that this is actually a completely free-to-play game, and it's made by a small company from New Zealand. So they have American servers, they have Europe servers, they have Singapore servers, and they're working on Australian servers. So, pretty much almost anyone around the world can really play this with decent MS and everything. And another thing that is awesome about this is the skill tree. Now, the skill tree is, well, amazing. I can even zoom out all the way, but there's just so many things to go into. There's no correct way, and there's just so many different builds you can do. So you could play what's pretty much a barbarian in Diablo 2 or a fighter. You could be using a bow, you could cast spells, you could do all that. It's really weird and a complicated game, but after a while you get used to it, and it's pretty interesting. So the skill tree, insane. And to know that this game is a hack and slash kind of like game, so it's similar to Diablo 2, but in a way it's not. A lot of things is different, such as currency. Currency in this game is like orbs and scrolls, so if I wanted to talk to this guy and sell this piece, I'm going to be able to get alteration shards instead of gold. If I want to sell things like that, I get a scroll fragments and everything. So if I wanted to buy from this guy, things are going to cost orbs and scrolls, all kinds of little things like that. Armor, scrap, scroll of wisdom. And the only way to really get scroll of wisdom and portal scrolls is to find it or trade, obviously. You can do a lot of trading with people. So now, of course, we will go ahead and play a little of this. So I am level 19 at Act 2. This is normal difficulty. There is 3 difficulties: normal, merciless. Whoa. Normal, cruel, then merciless, my bad. And that's the difficulties, and there's currently 3 acts. I don't even think they're completely done with Act 3, but they are continuing to work on it, and there's a patch pretty often. It feels like there's a patch at least every week that adds a few fixes or additions. So currently I am playing a duelist. They can dual wield, use bows, but I am actually using a two-handed weapon. And another thing to note is that to use spells and certain skills, things like that, you actually use gems instead of training them. And you put these gems in to things, like I'm using sweep. So in order to use sweep, you have to find the gem. And there is how I'm using it, and it's a pretty hard game, about to die. And you can easily take out these gems by just right-clicking it, replacing gems, things like that. And there's another ability called Leap Slam that I often use. So that's a very important part about this game, is skills and, of course, equipment. So I don't have the best equipment, and I am currently struggling. I'm not playing on hardcore, I'm just playing on a new mode called Anarchy. So what Anarchy does is just pretty much change up the normal game a little bit. It just adds random NPCs that are kind of like players that jump into your instance. It's not really a player, but kind of like them. And you pretty much keep doing this. You do certain quests to go to different things. The quest I need to do is Intruders in Black, which is go through the Chamber of Sins to find the Black Guards. And of course I'll have to end up killing them. Oh, and I can now level up my gem. Gems level as you kill creatures and everything. And I'm almost level 20. I'm a little bit below this area, which isn't a good idea to do if you're in hardcore mode. And it's not like Diablo 2 where when you're in hardcore mode, you die, and it's pretty much game over. You can't play that character anymore. If you die on here in hardcore mode, then you just switch to the standard league. So you can continue playing that character, but oh, and I'm dead. That is how hard the game is, and you will die a lot. And I'm not, of course, the best at this game, so which makes it even harder. But it is still a fun game, and I enjoy playing it. Try to get level 20. I doubt I'll be able to continue much further. And what's a great thing to do if you do plan on playing this, and what you want to really do is make a bunch of different characters that are all near the same level almost, because you'll be able to improve your gear and not be stuck in the same place. Like, it's probably about time for me to make a new character, because I'm just getting stuck. I can't even continue. I'm going really bad. So I might eventually have to make a new character on this Anarchy mode, which I do have another character that's level 7, I believe. Might work on that character and try to build up and find new gear. Kill this guy here, and maybe I'll find something decent. Skull of Wisdom. Not the most valuable thing in the world, but they're still valuable. Now that I'm level 20, I can choose a passive skill point. So let's see. I am going in with two-handed weapons and damage, and of course some armor so I can stay alive. I of course am obviously having trouble staying alive, so I'm going to go with increased health. So I have 370, 6% increased, 390. Awesome. So that'll help me keep alive, hopefully. Check my stash, see if I can find any new items, and I will be able to continue. So, overall, I believe that this game is pretty great. There's a few problems that they have, but there's obviously a chance for them to fix it, as it's still in beta. So I definitely recommend this for anyone who's wanting to check it out, looking for a game similar to Diablo 2. Thanks for watching, make sure to check out my other videos and subscribe. See ya.